The first step to changing your life in 6 months is getting clear on what you want. You have to be very specific. If your goals are unclear, your results will be unclear too. But when your goals are sharp and specific, your outcomes will be sharp as well. Remember this, clarity gives you power. When you know exactly what you want, the world has a strange way of helping you get there. Most people can tell you what they don't want, but struggle to say what they do want. They can complain about their job, their health, or their relationships for hours. But if you ask what they'd like instead, they're not sure. That's why we begin with getting crystal clear. Here's your first task. Tonight, take out a sheet of paper and write down what you want your life to look like in 6 months. Be detailed. Don't just write, I want to be happier. Instead, write things like, I want to raise my income by 40%, read a dozen books, lose 20 pounds, and start my own online store. Do you see the difference? The second key to transformation is your personal philosophy. This is how you think about the events in your life. It's not what happens to you that shapes your future, it's how you react to what happens. You can't control the wind, but you can control how you set your sail. Here's something important to understand. Success isn't some magical thing. It's simply the result of doing basic things consistently over time. But here's the challenge. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Reading 10 pages of a good book every day, easy to do and easy to skip. Saving a small amount of money each week, again, easy to do and easy not to. Now let's move on to the third important idea, who you spend time with. This one is big. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Write that down. Over the next 6 months, you'll need to pay close attention to who's around you. Some people you need to love from a distance. That's the truth. There are 2 types of people on your journey. Those who lift you up and those who bring you down. Your mission is to spend more time with the people who lift you up and less time with those who don't. It really is that simple. Let me tell you something powerful. Most people only use about 20% of what they're truly capable of. Why? Because they've never made a solid decision to live at a higher standard. They're just trying to survive each day instead of learning and growing from it. That's a big difference. The fourth key to changing your life in 6 months is to start keeping track of things. From today onward, start writing things down. Track your progress. Record your lessons. Take notes on what you learn. Even small changes in your daily routine can create big results over time. Here's an example. If you read just 10 pages of a good book each day, that adds up to 1,800 pages in 6 months. That's about 6 or 7 whole books. Do you think your thinking might shift after reading the wisdom from 7 great books? Of course it will. Here's another idea that can change everything. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract by the person you become. Over the next 6 months, your main goal should be working on yourself. Work harder on you than you do on your job. Now let's talk about investing. Not just money, though that matters too. I mean, investing in your growth. Here's a simple formula. Formal education will help you earn a living, but self-education will help you build wealth. Let me ask you, how much have you put into your personal growth in the last year? Most people won't think twice about spending $100, 0 cents at a nice restaurant, but they hesitate to spend the same amount on a course or a book that could help them grow. That's strange, isn't it? Over the next 6 months, you need to start putting money into yourself. Books, courses, workshops, coaching, whatever helps you grow. Think about it this way. If someone is where you want to be, they probably know something you don't. So learn from them. The 6th key to transforming your life is understanding how small steps lead to big changes. I call this the miracle of steady progress. When you make small, smart changes every day, they add up to something big. Let's break it down. If you get just 1% better every day, in 6 months, you'll be nearly twice as good as when you started. That's the magic of building up slowly. Most people wait for the right time to make a big leap, but real success is built from hundreds of small, smart moves made over time. Now let's look at the 7th key, goal setting. I know you've heard about setting goals before, but let me give you a new perspective. Most people don't dream big enough. They base goals on what seems safe or doable, not what they truly want. For the next 6 months, I want you to set goals that feel a little scary. If your goals don't make you a bit nervous, they're too small. But here's the trick. Break these big goals into small daily tasks. Success comes from what you do all the time, not just every once in a while. There's something else that matters a lot: your surroundings. Your environment can either push you forward or hold you back. In the next 6 months, you must shape your environment so that it helps you. Clean up your workspace, organize your home, create a space that makes you feel ready to take on the world.